Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, the developing DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, he's the man on this team, and it's not just because of his ability to make plays. He's also the leader. He's the guy who does most of the talking in the huddles, and the other players really seem to follow him.
And that's the thing with him, Steve. He's their leader on the floor and in the locker room, and you need a guy who can be both. You know, when something works for you, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. And here is James. Dishes to Haslam. LeBron with a screen on Thompson. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Richard Mbamute. And mismatches really are what make an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, you know, with their sheer talent at times, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter player with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but, you know, for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. The pass to Cousins. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because that was a blatant mistake.
Now here's James. The feed now to Chalmers. Out to Wade. Three-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Wade's got 5.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Vasquez gets a screen from Cousins. Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded closely, all by himself. Here's Haslam. The rebound by Vasquez. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Over to the left wing. And Mbamute, the pass to Cousins. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Chris Bosh.
You know, with the troubles he's had butting heads with coaches and others, you might wonder why the team keeps putting up with Cousins' antics. Well, I'll tell you why. The greater your talent, the longer your rope. Because this kid does have talent.
He misses the free throw. And Clark, you mentioned Cousins' problems. There were some rumblings last season that the Kings might look to trade him, Steve, and I think there would be some teams that would say, you know what, this is a quality guy that maybe needs a new environment.
I think teams would be very interested in him. The question is, how much would they be willing to give up? Because it is a bit of a risk, not knowing exactly what you're getting. But Cousins, an intriguing talent. There's no doubt about that.
Guys, DeMarcus Cousins, the 5th pick out of Kentucky back in 2010. Nobody questions this guy's talent. He has tremendous skill. Players with his size and skill don't come along very often.
Here is Vasquez. Now the dish to Cousins. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez.
Not sure how he got that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to take the shot.
And Clark, you mentioned the size for Cousins. Physically, he can overpower, Steve, a lot of players.
Yeah, tremendous rebounder, and he can get to the foul line. Offensively, you know, he's got the ability to step out onto the floor and make shots. And he's really got the total package. The question is, can he just improve his overall game? Can he continue to mature and become the dominant player that he's capable of?
It'd be interesting to see him on a good team. You know, with some real nice role models on that team.
Absolutely.
People rave about his skill set. It's hauled in by the Kings. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Now here's Vasquez, defended by Chalmers. Vasquez dishes to Cousins. No luck. Now the Heat take it the other way. Chalmers with it. James outside. Bosch, a screen on Thompson. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
And the Heat making a change here. Battier's checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now here's Vasquez. D right on him. He feeds it to McLemore. Drills it from outside. McLemore's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Heat with the lead. Wade outside. Battier outside. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Now here's Vasquez. Defended by Chalmers. Now Haslam. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. LeBron kicks to Wade. That's good.
You know, guys, when you see it come together like that, I mean, that's the offensive set you want to have. Well done.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Vasquez passes to McLemore. Locked loose. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Pass to Battier. Back to Wade. Kicks it to James. Wade outside. Shot clock at 6. High post try. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Here's Vasquez. Up and in on the layup. Here's Wade. He has 7. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Malone. We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter and not fight for his pump fakes. When you do that, it's a foul or he's going to go right by you for the dunk. Kevin, Wade known for that deadly shot fake. We'll see if they can stay disciplined.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
The first free throw is good.
And, you know, for the Kings, with a new ownership group, a new coach, a new front office, and a new downtown arena on the horizon, it's exciting times for the Kings fans and a lot of newfound optimism around this team, too.
Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Landry comes in for Thompson. He doesn't get the second one. And the Kings, a team that experienced a period of great success in the 90s, back the late 90s and early this century. But they had undergone a 7-year playoff drought, and Steve, times had gotten pretty dire.
Well, there's a lot of change in the air in Sacramento this season with new ownership, new management, new coaching, and some young talent with Ben McLemore. So I think there's hope going forward for the Sacramento Kings.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Now here's Wade. 7 points in the game. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Chris Anderson is checked in for the Heat. Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare. Then the Pacers really took them deep all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
The Kings trail by 7. Here's Vasquez. Here's Landry. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got 3 assists now in this one. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
Here's Chalmers after the made shot from Vasquez. And the basket by Chalmers.
How about the first quarter for him at the offensive end? He's really had the touch going.
The Kings trail by 5. Vasquez gets a screen from McLemore. Tries again, and up and in it goes with the lay-in from Vasquez. Vasquez has got 6. The Heat have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. James dishes to Chalmers. Chalmers off the pick from Anderson. Now here's Chalmers. He's covered by Vasquez. And that one's good. He's got 6. Here is Vasquez. He has 6. Vasquez gets a screen from McLemore. And again, the basket is good from Vasquez.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Miami leading by 3. And here is Chalmers. He's got 6, and he gets it to go.
That's 4 of 5 to start this game, guys. He's rolling.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now here's Vasquez, guarded closely. Nice defense from Chalmers. Battier sets the pick for Wade. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Such a great start for him. 4 for 4 already. He could be on his way to a big game.
It certainly looks that way, Steve. His energy level has been terrific right from the opening tip.
Now here's Vasquez. 8 points for him. Comes up empty from the left block. Now here's Chalmers. He's covered by Vasquez. And Chalmers kicks to Battier. Wade passes to Anderson. Back to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in. And now a 9-point Miami lead.
He's got the firepower, feeling the rhythm here, going 5 for 5 so far.
Yeah, everything seems to be working. He's in a nice groove.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Mike Malone, the new head coach of the Sacramento Kings, son of a former NBA coach. Mike has been credited with helping teams improve their defenses, whether it was in New Orleans with Chris Paul, last season with Golden State, but Malone very well regarded in NBA coaching circles.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Allen comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Now here's Thomas. Thomas off a pick from Landry. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Cole. Good on the shot. Landry's got his second basket. And the Sacramento team, Clark, not without offensive talent, but their defense has been their shortcoming.
And that's the area they've got to ramp up and improve. And Coach Malone is going to have an opportunity to put his stamp on this team by improving them at the defensive end of the floor.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Shane Battier. And Miami has possession. They lead by 7. Now here's Anderson, covered by Hayes. 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Allen. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Offensive rebound. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup. And you look at Landry, and he does lack the size of most power forwards, but he's excellent at finishing around the goal, and it helps him keep defenders honest with a nice, reliable outside shot, too.
That free throw, no good. And Carl Landry's such a great knack for scoring around the rim.
He's a tough guy, a genuine tough guy. Gets the ball in the paint, and he'll go up and score with little jump shots or maybe put-back shots. Great hands, and really keeps himself in good condition.
And he's good on the second.
You know, Carl Landry has throughout his career played mostly as a reserve, but he is a super sub, a guy who gives you starter caliber scoring and competes defensively on the backboards. That's just what you want off the bench on your front line.
And the basket good. The Kings trail by 8. Outside Thomas. Lets it go with a 3. That drops. Thomas got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, going back to Landry, a late bloomer, certainly cut from the freshman team in high school. You know the story, barely made the JV team. He didn't play consistent minutes until his senior year, and Carl Landry has become, in a lot of ways, indispensable for Golden State.
And it was in junior college, Kevin, that he really found his game. His coach told him to be more aggressive, looking to score, and once he did that, he really discovered he had a gift for it, and then, of course, went on to Purdue and had an excellent college career.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Salmons for the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Now just a 2-point Heat lead.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Feeds it to Allen. Passes it to Haslem. Heat moving the ball around. And he gets it to go. Haslem's got 5 points so far.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Salmons gets the bucket.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
LeBron kicks to Haslem. It's stolen by Salmons. Down low, here's Thornton. Nice pass. Running to the rack perfectly for the layup. Thornton's got his first 2 points of the night. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Kings ahead as they end the second quarter on a 14-4 run. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Kings?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Thomas and Thornton pairing up in the backcourt. Up front, it's Thompson and Cousins, and it's Mbah-a-Moute in at the 3 spot. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, despite what you might have heard from the talking heads, it was another great season for D. Wade. Last season, leading all shooting guards in player efficiency rating. A natural slasher, he's adjusted brilliantly to playing without the ball in his hands. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, the evolution of his game has been stark in terms of added weapons and dimensions over the years. His development in that post-up game has allowed that to happen. His movement and cutting off the ball tripled what it used to be. That took an understanding and an IQ of how to get involved when the ball wasn't in his hands. Guys, the great ones always find a way.
They definitely do. Thanks, Doris. Here's James after the made shot from Thornton.
A lot was made about the Kings in their home last year, but it wasn't about how well are they playing at home. It was about where is their home going to be next season. The Kings are staying in Sacramento, but they played like it might be their last hurrah.
Miami shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
And that one falls for Cole. And Miami making a change here. Battier's checked in. And both free throws good for Cole. The Kings leading. Thomas up top. He's covered by Cole, and it's sent back by Battier. And he recovers it.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
And you go back to the Kings at home last year, 20-21 record, and it was easy to see just how much tougher a team they were in this building. You know, Steve, they really looked like a team that could compete with anyone at any time.
Well, this community really rallied behind the franchise, and there was a lot of worry that maybe this was the farewell tour for the Kings fans and the players, and they played their hearts out last year. You got to give them a lot of credit for really fighting, particularly down the stretch when things looked grim.
You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big three came together in a flash of lightning, it seemed, but it could end just as fast if one or all decide to opt out.
And he makes the first but misses the second. And Clark, as you were saying, the trio of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all have options in their contracts to become free agents in 2014 if they choose to. And Steve, you have to think that at least one or two of them might exercise that right.
Well, you know LeBron will, because he's the most underpaid athlete probably in the history of sports. He's worth 10 times what he makes. But it's going to be interesting to see what Miami does here the next couple of years with their roster.
Vasquez dishes to Thompson. 6 to shoot. That's good from Vasquez on the assist by Thompson. Vasquez has got 10 points.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Wade drives in. The shot is off, so the Kings will take it the other way. Thompson, a screen on Wade. Thornton passes to Cousins. He kicks it to Vasquez. It's up a 3. Ray Allen pulls it in. Miami trailer. The dish to Chalmers. It's stolen by Vasquez. Thornton with it. And Bosh picks him up defensively. Pass to Thompson. Battier with the steal. Wade outside. He dishes it to Chalmers. And the foul called on Vasquez. That's his first foul.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
And the Kings making a change here. McLemore's checked in. And Miami has possession. The 17-footer. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Now here's Vasquez, defended by Chalmers. It's stolen by Wade. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded closely. Inside, he's looking for Cousins and finds him. Vasquez gets a screen from Cousins. Shot clock at 5, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
The Kings shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And this club shot 77% as a team last year. Good, not spectacular, but solid.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
And so Thompson nails both of them. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Wade kicks to Allen. Back to Wade. Patty up top. A 3-ball. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Now here's Vasquez. He's got 10. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Wade with the rebound. The Heat have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, he's been the star of movies before, but Ray Allen recently shared some of his plans for what he'll do after basketball. First thing on his list is to get back in front of the camera and resume his acting career.
That free throw good from Allen. And for Ray Allen, now 38 years of age. Interesting to see how much longer, Steve, he thinks he can continue and how much teams feel he can continue.
Well, he's had some foot issues that have slowed him down a little bit. I thought he had a terrific regular season last year for the Heat, although maybe a little bit slow during the playoffs. But, great shooters have a way of sticking around.
Really not hard to argue that Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters of all time, but with his ability to stay healthy and still contribute, how much longer can he play? I mean, that shot isn't going away anytime soon, fellas.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent, the result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Sacramento's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. We talk about the longevity of Ray Allen. He's had some ankle and foot injuries over his career, but his conditioning, Steve, has never been a question.
Never. And his style of play, where he runs defenders around, coming off screens, demands that kind of fitness. Both from him and, of course, whoever's guarding it as well.
Here's Wade after the made shot from Mbaamuta. Wade can't hit.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
The drive by Cousins. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Ben McLemore, 6'5" freshman shooting guard out of Kansas. He actually redshirted his first year in college, but as a redshirt freshman in year 2, he Really bursted onto the national scene. Very skilled shooter and scorer.
First one falls for him. And for McLemore, no question about the talent levels. It's terrific. A great athlete, deep range on his shot. It's really his personality that some scouts, Clark, have questioned.
Yeah, and I don't understand that. Sure, they would like to see him be a little more assertive offensively, but this is a young kid that I think will do what it takes to be outstanding in the NBA.
Both free throws good from Cousins.
A season to forget for the Sacramento Kings a year ago. There were times they looked pretty good, but more times than not, they couldn't sustain high-level play. Still managed to do fairly well against Eastern Conference teams when they saw them.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity." Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys.
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks. And back to what you were saying, Clark, about the Kings. Very good when playing out of conference, at least relative to their overall play style.
Well, 14 and 16 against the East. I mean, that's not a bad record. I'm not sure if it says something about the Kings or something about the East. Probably the latter, but not bad for Sacramento to have that record.
And the shot is good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Now here's LeBron. Left side Bosch. Wade outside. Back to Bosch. Clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. Bosch has got 6.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
They set the pick. Vasquez dishes to McLemore. LeBron against Salmons. Vasquez gets a screen from Cousins. Shoots off the screen, and he gets it to go. Vasquez has got the lead up to 4 now for the Kings.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's LeBron after the made shot from Vasquez. LeBron outside for the 3. Battier cannot hit.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Vasquez with it. 12 points for him. Shots good by McLemore.
Well, when you talk about a beautiful shooting stroke, just look at Ben McLemore out of Kansas. From the ground up, sets his feet, great balance, elevation, beautiful follow-through. I just love McLemore's potential offensively.
I like his upside as well. And you talk about that stroke, it is honey sweet to look at and as efficient as a heat pump. No wasted motion or energy in that. And as he learns to play off screens and be a little more aggressive in attacking the basket, I think he's got a chance to maybe be an all-star player down the road.
Chris Anderson has checked in for Miami. Haslam comes in for Shane Battier. Here's Salmons, and he gets it to go. Salmons got 8 points.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
The Heat trail by 9. Now Chalmers, 8 points for him. LeBron outside to end the run. They get it again. Haslam. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Haslam's got his 3rd basket of the night. Kings leading now by 7. Here's Thomas. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now, here's Chalmers. He's guarded by McLemore. Anderson outside. Now Haslam inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And now it's only a 5-point Kings lead. Sacramento's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Outside Thomas. From the arc. No good. Now the Heat take it the other way. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Kings have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts.
At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good.
Well, the business of the NBA in pretty good stead. The Kings sold back in May for a record price of $525 million, and the Seattle group had offered even more. Team value is certainly on the rise around the league. Better arenas, more lucrative TV contracts. Part of the reason that's the case.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for McLemore. And he sinks the second. And back to the bidding war for the Kings with the great offer from the Seattle group. Steve, do you think there's a chance the league could expand to Seattle?
I think so, especially with that tremendous offer that the Seattle group put forward. And now the new CBA, it's made it much more favorable for the owners. I think in the next few years, we will see at least one expansion team, maybe 2.
Here's Salmons after the made shot from Anderson. That's good. 1:46 left here in the second. Chalmers against Thomas. James outside. Here's the floater. And now Sacramento on the break. Salmons gets the bucket.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Anderson, a screen on Thomas. Got a piece of it. And here's Chalmers for 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Thornton. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He harped on their transition defense, telling his guys that he wants quicker reactions when the ball changes hands. As he sees it, they've been too slow to get back. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris. Now here's Allen. He's got 6. Here's James. 6 to shoot. Allen inside. He's guarded by Thornton. Excellent D there from Chuck Hayes. Sacramento leading by 8. Landry with a screen for Thomas. Here's Thornton. Misses off the right iron.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
16 seconds left to play here in the half. Haslam can't get it to go. Thornton passes to Thomas. Here's Haslam, and it's blocked by Thornton. And so we wrap up the first half. Kings ahead, up 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I've got Coach Eric Spoelstra here with me. And, Coach, what are the things you're seeing so far in this game that you'd like to change going forward?
It starts with getting some stops. We've got to play off some misses, and we can't let them force us into 1 or 0 pass possessions. We've got to move the ball when we're in the half court, help each other with that, but we'd like to get some more in the open.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And, folks, stay right where you are for the halftime show. Then we'll be back for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Monday has almost come to an end. Let's celebrate with a little halftime show. Out in Sacramento, the Kings have the lead against the Heat. They've gotten a tremendous boost from their reserves, going to them early in the game for production. Vasquez giving them a great boost. He's got a dozen points, and in addition to that, he's been a factor on the glass as well. A couple of helpers, too. And midway through, the Heat are still alive. They've been having their way inside, a huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. Dwayne Wade's the game's leading scorer. High percentage looks in the first half, amazing work from the field, shooting in the high 60s. That's big-time bucket by him. And that does it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for joining me. Now, back out to Kevin and the gang.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The capital of California, good-looking shot there as we return to Sacramento. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, his ability to disrupt passes and get a hand on the ball, force a turnover, make a steal, it's been really impressive.
When he defends you, he basically forces you to play perfect. Any lapse of concentration, and he'll pick your pocket.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. On the wings, it's D. Wade and LeBron James, Haslam and Bosh up front, and it's Cole in at the point guard position. Now here's Cousins. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
The Heat marched their way to the best record in the league last season, 66-16, and the ability to win on the road, a big part of that league best record.
And back to the Heat and their play on the road. 29 wins for them as the visiting side, and that was in another category compared to every other team in the league. Steve, nobody else really even came close.
No, nobody did. And I'll tell you what, when they went on their huge winning streak, it wasn't like they did it all at home. In fact, 13 of those 27 games during their winning streak were on the road, and that's not easy to do.
You know, he's had a number of trips to the line, and he's starting to make some of those foul shots now. That could be dangerous.
Second free throw, no good.
Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
Time now for an injury report. For an update on Mario Chalmers from Doris Burke. Hey, Doris, what'd you find out?
Guys, I got an update from head athletic trainer of the Heat. The news is not good at all. It looks like a broken ankle with additional injury to the surrounding connective tissue. He'll be out for the rest of this game and most likely will have to miss an extended period of time.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and we know one thing, Kevin. This guy loves to play, so he's going to do everything possible to get back out onto the court.
Definitely. Let's hope it's a speedy recovery for him.
Go back to what Bosh said. I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosh's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more, because that shows they eventually did recapture that fire.
Here's James following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
Shane Battier is checked in for the Heat. Kings leading now by 8. Dishes it to Cousins. The jump hook. That one wide left.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Dwayne Wade on the wing. A baseline J. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Vasquez. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Wade with it. Now defended by McLemore. Back to Wade. Thompson against James. There's the pass to Cole. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from LeBron.
And that's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
The feed to Cole. Cole off the pick from Battier. And Cole kicks to LeBron. And another basket for Miami.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
Kings leading now by 4. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Mike Malone as he addressed his team. It's their perimeter defense that had him pretty wound up. He told his guys to be conscious of ball movement away from the hoop and be sure to always have their hands up when the shot is taken. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Cousins. That's good. Cousins has got 16 points.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Here's Cole. Here's Wade. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Wade's got 19 points.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And also, he's one of those guys who can cover 94 feet in the blink of an eye and often does, with or without help on the break.
Cole dishes to Wade. A fader. And there's another one for the Heat.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Kings leading now by 4. Vasquez passes to McLemore. He feeds it to Vasquez. And Cousins kicks to Thompson. Soft touch off the glass.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Timeout called, the Heat. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Battier against Cousins. Cole dishes to Battier. And again, Miami with the triple.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He was taking the time to go over their strategy against Cousins. Coach has made his displeasure known about being dominated by one player, saying, quote, "The type of defense we've played on him is never going to get it done." We'll see if the changes Coach implements bring him back down to earth. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. That free throw, no good.
Yeah, we've seen some good numbers for Haslem. 8 rebounds, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
You know, I'm a fan of Jason Thompson. He's always going to give you whatever he has, whether it's 20 minutes or 30. He's got a very steady game and really gives you everything he has on the floor.
Now here's Vasquez. He's got 12. Just 5 to shoot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And Jason Thompson, a well-rounded player, Clark, can play the power forward or even at 6'11", the center.
I like him a lot, Kevin. He's got a good motor. He's got an excellent body. Works the backboards pretty well. And Made a nice improvement in his free throw shooting last year. Got that back up around 70%. He's a guy that helps you at both ends of the floor.
That free throw good from McLemore. Anderson, he's checked in for Udonis Haslem. Both free throws good from McLemore.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
LeBron kicks to Anderson. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Vasquez. Pass to Cole from the arc. Sacramento grabs the miss. McLemore, the pass to Vasquez. Kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. Cousins dishes to Mbah-a-Moute. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Feeds it to Vasquez. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Vasquez has got 15.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Here's Cole. He's guarded by Vasquez. Back to Anderson. Passes it to Battier. Will it go? And that's 2 points on the layup. Battier's got 5 points now this quarter. Kings leading now by 8. Here's Vasquez. That's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Here's Cole. To the middle. Here's Wade. Here's Anderson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
No good from Cousins.
I tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Here's Cole. It's Battier on the wing. Shot clock at 6. He kicks to Wade. From deep three-point range, it's Wade again missing.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Vasquez with it, now defended by Cole. Now here's Vasquez. He's tightly guarded and stolen by James. Here's Cole, guarded by Vasquez. And Cole kicks to Wade. To the paint, puts up the baby hook. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cousins has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And stolen by LeBron. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Cole's got the ball. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And folks, what an outstanding array of talent we've got here. Just look at the list for all-time career scoring average. Jordan and Chamberlain and LeBron.
And, of course, those guys were much more than just scorers, Kevin. They were winners, champions. But, you know, as you work your way up that list, no question, that is elite company.
The drive by James and finished off by Anderson.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Kings leading now by 6. Vasquez kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. There's the dish to Vasquez. Stolen by Wade. LeBron passes to Cole. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 5 assists tonight.
He put that lead pass in perfect position for his teammate.
Pass to Cousins. Looking to end the drought. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And the dunk by James.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Lets it go. Vasquez can't get it to go. Miami's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The drive by LeBron. He dishes it to Anderson. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Kings leading. 1:49 left in the third quarter. McLemore, no good. And Miami shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. The Kings shooting it beautifully here in the third, 56% from the field. Outside Thomas, dishes it to Selmans. The pass to Landry. Selmans kicks to Landry. Clock at 6. They need this one. No good. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Sacramento. Wade against Thomas. To tie. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. And it's now 23 points for Dwayne Wade.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Thomas goes in. Stolen by Bosch. And now here comes Cole. Leading the break. Rejected by Thornton. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Thomas dishes to Landry. And it's good. Landry's got 8. Here's Miami now. They're on a 12-4 run. The drive by James. It's rebounded by Thornton.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
The feed to Thomas. Great D that time from Cole. It'll count. Can't get it to go. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Kings lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from James.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Just great assists like the one we just saw.
Here's Allen. Thomas and Thornton pairing up in the backcourt. Hayes out there with Carl Landry, and it's Selmans in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Haslam, the pass to James. And there's the call on Selmans. That is his first foul of the game. Wade kicks to Bosch, and he gets the bucket. Bosch has got the game tied up here for Miami.
Well, those are key baskets, and we know he can deliver down the stretch.
Pass to Thornton. The shot, no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. And it's Wade penetrating. He feeds it to James. Back to Wade. Looks for Bosch, gets it to him.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did,
Well,
didn't he?
it was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Wade against Thomas. kicks to Thornton. Fires the three. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Wade gets the bucket.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking, and they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Timeout called by the Kings.
You know, if you just look at the numbers without knowing who Dwayne Wade was, you'd think he was probably 6'7" or 6'8", but the way he blocks shots and rebounds, even at 6'4", he just plays much bigger than he really is.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Now, here's Salmons. Tries from 10. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on LeBron James. And you go back, Clark, to that big man game for Wade, averaging about a block shot a game for his career.
Well, you think about it. He's 6'5", but he actually has a 6'11" wingspan, and you're not going to find a stronger guy at the shooting guard position. He's over 220 pounds, and there's nothing extra there, so he brings a lot to the table.
The first one falls.
After having a strangely off year from behind the arc in the 2011-12 season, John Salmons got back to his usual sharp shooting ways last year, guys. He shot over 37% from long range.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Cousins comes in for Chuck Hayes. And it's Vasquez in for Thomas. He hits both from the stripe. Well, and for Salmons, a starter last season in Sacramento, played almost as much as Tyreke Evans.
And that might be a stretch for Salmons at this point in his career. He's a decent passer and defender, but he shot under 40% from the field. You know, he's gotten older. He's been a very solid player throughout his career, but I think the older legs are starting to catch up.
And Baamute's checked in for Sacramento. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Now here's Vasquez. Wade is covering. Here's Thornton. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got his 7th assist in the game. Wade on the wing, covered by Vasquez. That's good. 27 points for Dwayne Wade.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
The Heat have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Allen, that's good. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
Absolutely. I mean, 6 lead changes here so far.
Steve, exciting stuff.
Yeah, this is a fun game to watch. Which team can kind of extend a lead and make a couple of big plays here to try to seize momentum? We'll see.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Yeah, guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
Jason Thompson, he's checked in for Sacramento. McLemore has come in for Marcus Thornton. James outside. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And that is good. And the Heat lead by 1.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
Now here's Vasquez out to the right wing. It's stolen by Wade. By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
Now here's Vasquez. Wade is covering. Cousins inside, working on James. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Cousins.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Wade with it, now guarded by Vasquez. Allen for the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one. Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded closely. They get it back. Cousins, and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Feeds it to Wade. Inside to Bosch. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, Miami went to that smaller lineup last season, and a big change in that was having Chris Bosh move over to the 5 spot. Not his natural position, but I thought he held his own both offensively and defensively playing in the middle.
And that one falls for Bosch. And for Bosch, playing the center, Steve, he's giving up some weight out there.
But he's a very smart defender. He avoids fouls. And, you know, the way the league is these days, Kevin, most teams play smaller. And Bosch can normally find a center that he can guard without too much trouble. But there are a few matchups around the league that are a problem.
Well, they got the speed and the pressure of that Miami defense. You think they're able to compensate for any lack of size inside by using those other things.
Yeah, that's normally the case against, I would say, the vast majority of the league.
LeBron drives in with the floater, and Bosch with the layup. And the Heat lead by 6. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Here's Wade after the made shot from Thompson. James outside. Bosch, a screen on Mbamute. LeBron with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up. High post. Goes up again. No good from Bosch.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Vasquez dishes to Cousins. Inside. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Vasquez.
Boy, you don't expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
The drive by James. Fires it up, and it's Bosch, that time on the assist by James. LeBron's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Sacramento's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on 3. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Now here's McLemore. Wade is covering. McLemore, the pass to Mbamute. 6 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Bosch. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Miami leading by 4. LeBron sets the screen for Allen. Passes it to LeBron. And the layup falls.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Cousins with a screen on Allen. And here's Vasquez. Out left to the wing. And Mbamute kicks to Vasquez. Clock at 4. Thompson left side. Misses the baby hook.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
James with it. Now defended by Mbamute. Wade left side. Hits the jump hook. And now an 8-point Miami lead.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
Vasquez, that's good. Vasquez has got 23 points.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Now here's Bosch.
For the Kings, they've really struggled against Bosch.
He has 9 rebounds and a couple of nice steals, too.
Boy, he's been so good both offensively and defensively, Clark. I'm not sure which way he's been better.
I don't think he's missed a beat at either end.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. The Kings trail by 8. Into Jason Thompson. He takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Here's Wade after the Kings pick up 2. James outside. Back to Bosch. And stolen by Cousins. And McLemore kicks to Mbamute. There's the dish to Vasquez. Vasquez gets a screen from Cousins. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Vasquez. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Sometimes you just got to make the easy pass. Somebody's open, throw it to them. When you do that multiple times, the game starts to find a flow to itself.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. McLemore with the ball, and Allen picks him up defensively. McLemore dishes to Thompson. And stolen by LeBron. Allen with it. Now guarded by Vasquez. Ray Allen is on the wing. LeBron James on the wing. Fires it up. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Kings trail by 4. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
Now here's James after the miss from Mbamute. Allen outside. Six on the shot clock. He kicks it to Wade. Inside to Bosch. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Timeout called the Heat. They're in front by 4. 1:56 left to play here in the 4th. Stolen by Thompson. And McLemore kicks to Mbamute. He dishes it to Vasquez. Now the pass to Mbamute. There's McLemore. The three-pointer no good.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
James in the post. He's guarded by Mbamute. That is good.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. And he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 6. 1:27 left in the fourth. Carl Landry's checked in for Jason Thompson. .24 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Landry. LeBron grabs the miss.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. He's got 33 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on it.
Now here's Vasquez. It's good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, he's having a monster fourth quarter here, making all but one of the 6 shots. He's been just what they needed when they needed it.
Wade passes to Haslam. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Back to Wade. Shot clock at 5. And he banks in the layup. Wade's got 35.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they've played.
Here's Landry. Nails it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. The Heat shooting about 59% from the floor. Offensively, they've been running without a hitch. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And the Heat making a change here. Cole's checked in. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And no mistakes there. A couple of good free throws to give them a little extra cushion.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're losing by 7. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, never say never, I guess. They just have no quit in them.
And I think you have to respect that attitude and approach. I know most teams would have called it a game already.
.20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Landry kicks to Selmans. From deep, Thomas. Good! And now they trail by just 4. Here's Allen. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
And that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Here's Cousins. Now here's McLemore. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
LeBron, they made a great run, but you were able to hold on. How did you do it?
Just try to keep attacking, try to get to the free throw line, stop the clock, put pressure on their defense, and just try to keep as much pressure on them as possible. You know, this is the new season, and we came in and took care of job on the road, and hopefully we continue to get better.
LeBron, congratulations. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade.
Basketball season has returned.